Hello and welcome back to Wanderland. So today we are back in London and we're going to have afternoon tea in a very well-known department store called Harvey Nichols right behind me. And it always makes me think of the Ab Fab gals. How about you? I mean, Patsy and Adina having champagne, rabbit juice rather. And it's also in Knightsbridge, very, very close down the road from Harrods. So we're going to have a lovely afternoon tea, and I'm going to take you along with me. So come on, let's get down that rabbit hole. Well, hello. It looks like we all made it down the rabbit hole together, and we are on the 5th floor in Harvey Nichols department store. It seems like it would be a long way up, but I'll tell you, those escalators were very short. It was a very short trip all the way up to the 5th floor, like I just said, right? And I have a lovely view of buildings because I'm all the way at the top and it is a glass wall right in front of me. So my first impressions here, I kind of like it. It's pretty much the cafe for this chic department store. So it's not your M&S department store or, just like a casual department store. You can tell that there's a different kind of clientele here. So it's not fussy, but you can just tell there's an air of something else in the air. It's very casual here. I was able to pick my own spot. Generally when I film, I don't like to have anybody behind me because I don't want to have to film them as well. So that worked out well. I picked this spot. I have a beautiful view of everything. So yeah, I think this afternoon tea should be pretty darn good. On the menu today, it looks like we have sandwiches, smoked salmon, lemon, chive cream cheese on wholemeal bread, Coronation chicken, parsley cress on white bread, cucumber and dill cream fresh, wholemeal bread, and finally a spiced carrot hummus, mustard cress and granary bread. We're gonna also get a savory bite, and that is pumpkin, spinach and feta pinwheel with yogurt dip. Then we go on to our scones, homemade raisin and plain scones, Cornish clotted cream, homemade strawberry jam. And we also are gonna finish up with our sweets today, which is a dark chocolate fig tart, a carrot cake, cream cheese with frosting, and blackberry eclair with lemon thyme cream. It sounds just like a lovely traditional afternoon tea, nothing out of the ordinary, but I think it's gonna turn out pretty well. I think it will. They do not have a large, extensive tea menu for your hot drinks. You can also get tea or coffee. I just chose Earl Grey tea. It's simple. They also have Rubios. They do have an English breakfast, just a few herbal teas, and I'll make sure to show you that list right now as we're talking about it so you'll get a little idea of what to expect. I also wanted to let you know there is an extensive bar menu, and I was a very naughty rabbit because I ordered a bottle of Harvey Nichols champagne or rabbit juice. I kind of had to, I'm just feeling it. It's been a while since I did my afternoon teas, and we're here back again together down the rabbit hole. So yeah, I did it. Plus, coming back from Disney prices, rabbit juice in London is simply a dawdle compared to what they had on offer in Florida. Shocking, I tell you, shocking. Here's a heads up if you're coming from the States. When you ask for water, generally in Europe, anywhere, they're going to ask you if you want bottled water or tap water. If you don't want to pay for water, you can go for tap water, which I usually go for sparkling, but today, good old tap water, and I'll show you. They did give me a nice cold bottle ready for me, and I saved 6 pounds on it. So, you know, don't be embarrassed by asking for just tap water. There's no shame in that at all. I just received my Harvey Nichols champagne, so let's give it a try. It's a brut, so it smells very toasty, which is very nice. There's a nice stream of bubbles that are going up too. Ooh, that is quite drinkable. So, cheers to all of you, and happy afternoon tea. Please stay to the end of the video for all the information that you need to make your visit here to Harvey Nichols Afternoon Tea worth it. You know, times, places, prices, of course, that's very important, and anything else that you will need to make everything go smoothly for your visit. We're going to do something a little different, a little mix-up for the videos. I wanted to tell you, before I start my afternoon tea vlogs, I usually stop in a historical pub before I start my recording, just to organize myself, you know, comb my hair, fix my makeup, and get my editing or my filming camera ready to go. So today is going to be our first one. I'll share where I go. And where I was today was called the Paxton Head. Where it's located, there has been a pub on this site since 1632. So the present pub was named after Sir Joseph Paxton, which he was very famous for his revolutionary works in glass design, and he won a knighthood in 1857 for his great exhibition glass designs. As you can see, it's absolutely beautiful in here. It's a great place to either begin your afternoon tea or even afterwards if you're shopping in the Knightsbridge area. It's a very historical pub, and I think it's worth it your time, and it was worth my time, so check it out. My afternoon tea tower has just arrived, and it's served on just a traditional afternoon tea tower. On top, I see all of my lovely little pastries. In the middle comes down to my different kinds of scones, the plain and a sultana one. And down below are my savory sandwiches and that special little savory bite, that beautiful little pumpkin tart. So I think we're going to have a very nice afternoon tea. At Harvey Nichols, you only get what you're served. There's not an option to get more sandwiches or more scones. So I think this is going to be way plenty enough for me. My first sandwich is going to be smoked salmon and cream cheese on a brown bread. You can see that? I will tell you, this is a gorgeous smoked salmon sandwich. There is plenty of salmon, and it's perfectly smoked. And there's a huge hit of a lemon in it. Oh, it just sings in my mouth, yeah. The cream cheese is definitely infused with lemon. Perfect. I'm really looking forward to this next sandwich. It is Coronation chicken on white bread with parsley cress. It is very stuffed, and the bread is super soft. Wow, that was a positively gorgeous Coronation chicken sandwich. There was tons of chicken in it. That beautiful Indian spices, the curried Indian spices. There was lots of cilantro, and I believe the fruitiness of mango in there. And there's a little bit of a heat. I'm really surprised. I've never had a little heat in a Coronation chicken sandwich, and it was gorgeous. My next sandwich is cucumber and dill on creme fraiche. Here it is. Whoop. There it is. Once again, I can find no fault. It's a lovely little cucumber sandwich. It is just your cucumber, just your cream cheese, and it's not dry. It's just lovely. I mean, I love cucumber and cream cheese in the springtime, but we're in the autumn now. now, but that's okay. It's a traditional afternoon tea sandwich, and I'm here for it. Yeah. My last of my savories, unfortunately, because I've been having such a great time with them, is spiced carrot hummus. And it is with mustard crust on granary bread. My goodness, I love trying something new for afternoon tea. Carrot hummus. I have never had that before, but it was delightful. You have a hint of those chickpeas back there, but the carrot was very prevalent. Lovely, and the granary bread gave it a little crunch. Yeah, a great tea sandwich. And you know what? It goes really well with rabbit cheese. Cheers. Well, carrot and rabbits, right? I kind of made it funny. I am moving on to my savory bites now. It is a pumpkin, feta, and spinach pinwheel, and it has a yogurt dip with it. So here is this right here, a little pinwheel. Wow. I dip my little pinwheel into the yogurt dip. It is super, super, super garlicky and lemony. I mean, it nearly blew my hat off. Thank goodness I have a bobby pin on here. Yeah, it would have been off. Very delightful. The tart itself is, you don't taste anything if you use that yogurt dip. If you do not, it's just a nice little savory, mild tart. I do not really taste the pumpkin or the feta. The seeds give it a little bit of a crunch, but yeah, nothing crazy at all. But I'll tell you, if you want to be crazy, have the yogurt dip. It's crazy. Now it's time for halftime. And I'll show you a little bit around this restaurant. There's not really a lot to show, but I'll show you a few little clips. Welcome back. That was lovely and short, I know. But now it's time for a little bit of scones. I think I'm going to go for my raisin scone right now with clotted cream. And I'll show it to you. I'll show you this lovely, it's very browned. Here it is, right there. Yeah, looks very nice. So I'm going to ask my waitress now for my hot tea, my hot Earl Grey tea. I just received my hot tea, my Earl Grey tea. It's in just a lovely little white stoneware teapot and a tiny little teacup. Nothing fancy at all here, but you know what? I'm sure it'll be just fine. Time to get into the scone. It looks lovely. Ooh, it's very hard indeed. I think because I've been yapping a lot, but yeah, I think it's soft inside, and the sultanas look very, very plump. So let's give it a try with my clotted cream and strawberry jam. Yep, I am still very, very, very greedy with clotted cream. Look at this. That's silliness, I tell you. But you know what? I love clotted cream, and it's been a while since I've had a nice scone. Lovely scone. Crispier on the outside, soft and gorgeous on the inside. Clotted cream, perfect. Tip-top jam, strawberry, perfect. No problems here. Yeah, we are now going to approach our sweets course. There's only 3 of them. And on first impression, they do not look like patisserie, which is fine with me. I think they'll be fine, but I really did enjoy the savories and the scone very much. So, you know what? Let's not judge a book on its cover. My first sweet treat is a dark chocolate fig tart. So let's try to show it to you. Here it is right here. Can you see it? I think you can. Yes, it's a standard chocolate tart in a standard shell with a lovely big piece of fig. So let me give it a try. So what I tasted was definitely that very, very rich, indulgent chocolate tart. The base of the tart was just fine, just in a standard shell. Fig really didn't have a lot of flavor, but the winner there was definitely the chocolate of the chocolate tart. Dense, thick, rich. Yeah, definitely need to have some tea with that one. We're gonna go on to a carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. Yeah, a lovely thing to have this time of year. I do love a good carrot cake. So it looks like there is a candied walnut as well. It was fine. The cake was a bit dry. The cream cheese frosting was really good, but unfortunately, or fortunately, the star of it was the candied walnut. That was the most memorable bit of the whole little dessert. Yeah, it had a nice bit of spice, but it really wasn't terribly memorable. And here we are. It is a blackberry eclair with lemon thyme cream. So on the outside of it, it looks beautiful. It looks very, very nice. So, it smells good too. Positively delightful way to end up this afternoon tea. The eclair itself was nice, light and fluffy. The lemon inside was lovely and zingy to balance out the blackberry on top, which was much more sweet. And it was a very, very fresh, ripe blackberry, of course. I mean, huge blackberry, beautiful. So good way to end. So yeah, I am not complaining at all. So the 5th floor restaurant and bar, it's not just for afternoon tea. People come up here for drinks. They come up here for lunches. They also come up here for just like snacks in between shopping. You know, a coffee and a cake, or, you know, a cocktail and maybe a nibble. So, yeah. But I'll tell you, I think they're all missing out on afternoon tea. This is really good for a department store experience, definitely. As I promised you earlier, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the extra things you need to know for your afternoon tea here at Harvey Nichols. So the closest tube station is going to be Knightsbridge, and that is served on the Piccadilly line. Afternoon tea is served every day from 12 to 5:30, and it costs £40 a person. And it is located in the 5th floor, bar and restaurant. So very easy. You walk in, there are escalators right up to the top. It'll take you about 5 minutes. So yeah, all in all, very easy peasy to get here. And what I said before, I made my reservations directly with Harvey Nichols on their website. There's several different department stores around the country, as around, I think, the world. But this one, once again, is in the Knightsbridge location. So what did I think about my experience here at Harvey Nichols for afternoon tea? You know what? I really enjoyed myself. I think the price point was very, very fair at £40 a person. And I think it's a great place for a very casual afternoon tea. I think everything they served was quite delicious. I really enjoyed the savories. I thought even the desserts were just fine. I mean, it's not going to be high-end patisserie when you're in an atmosphere like this. I know this. But everything that they served was very, very nice. I think if you're in the area of Knightsbridge, either by Harrods or here at this place, Harvey Nichols, you would not be disappointed with afternoon tea on the fly. I would imagine you could probably even book it or walk in for it. It would not be a big deal. But you know what? I always suggest that you book your afternoon teas definitely in advance. So you know where you're going, you know what to expect. But all in all, yeah, service has been great. Atmosphere is great. I felt great. Life is good. Rabbit juice is flowing and life is good. So, thank you very, very much for watching. please like and subscribe, and I will see you next Friday down the rabbit hole for another afternoon tea adventure. See you soon. Bye-bye.